Okay, so I'm going to try this again because the first time the audio didn't record, basically. Um, let's just go through this a bit more quicker than I did it last time. So, where have I been at? Where have I been at? It's been maybe like 4 months and a bit since Shane Nancaro has really existed as an entity. Yeah, so let's go. So, just kind of want to talk about my life, really. Um, what's happened? Well, as most of you know, I was in a 8-year-long relationship, which came to a close on the 5th of November. And, yeah, life has been a massive rollercoaster ever since that day. Yeah, so I essentially just want to talk about kind of what's going on. A lot of you have probably seen two very close people to me enter a relationship, which they have every right to do, and you're probably a little bit confused, which is understandable. The reason for this video isn't for me to have a go, to bitch about people, to cause a scene, blah 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 blah. All I know is that things get very sort of confusing and disconstrued. I basically just want to just clear things up, just so that people are kind of on the same page. Okay, so myself and Amy were in an 8-year-long relationship. It came to a close, and my best friend was there for her during that time. They were close. They have a lot of things in common due to circumstances within their lives, which meant that they spent a lot of time together, which is fine, whatever. After the relationship finished, their friendship became even closer, from what I understand, and they are now together, which is, again, I can't do anything about that. That is fine. There's nothing I can do to change that situation. Am I upset about it? Yeah, of course I am. I mean, this is, two people who I loved a lot, who were, two people I think I could count on, etc. And they have sort of disconnected themselves as much as possible from myself as possible. Considering at the beginning, we said that X, Y, and Z were still going to remain civil, blah, 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 blah. But, I guess love is love. You can't do anything about that. It is what it is. And I am mature enough to understand that. I'm mature enough to not, plaster things over Facebook and call this person this name, call this person that name. Don't get me wrong, I've had my days where I have been confused, angry, frustrated, and betrayed, like a bit of a feeling of betrayal. At the same time, I also recognise that's kind of life. Life is just a little bit shit. And that's fine. Sometimes things are a blessing in disguise. Not to say that my relationship didn't mean anything to me. It meant so much to me. Still to the point where I still can't get rid of things because the sentimental value is still there and it's really difficult to process that. But sometimes things just don't work. Fine. I don't think it worked. We've said this. In fact, we was always open from the beginning. It just wasn't meant to be. And I've had a lot of time to process this. It's been about 4 months in the making, and I've had so much time to think over and over and over again. Did I do the right thing? Did we do the right thing as a decision to split? Because it was more or less a joint decision. And I think that is still the case. I still think that being apart has done both of us good. If we look at it from an objective point of view, are both of us in a better position not being together? The answer sort of leans more in the yes category than it does the no category. So what that means for me is that my life has continued. I have still been working. I recently got promoted during the time of the breakup, which, albeit tough, I am still doing, which is great. I've been to Japan, which you've seen pictures of. I've also spent a lot of time with friends and family and my niece, which otherwise I didn't do maybe as much as I wanted to. I still did it, don't get me wrong, I still did it. But I now have a lot more time to dedicate to those avenues of my life. And I have enjoyed it. It has been nice. It's been very nice to spend a lot of time with people as more or less as much as I want to, which is great. And that has built some really strong friendships as of recent because of the amount of time I've been able to spend with them. I've been doing other things. I've been, spending more time trying to do things I'm interested in. I'm trying to learn a language. I'm trying to learn specifically Norwegian. Just things like this. So my life has continued. It's fine. I am fine. I'm going ahead with my day as per normal. I don't know what their life has been like since the breakup and subsequently getting together, but it seems like they're doing just fine as well, which is okay. I don't think the relationships that I had with these two people will ever be the same. More or less, do I think we'll ever speak again? Probably, at some distant point. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Do I want to acquaint with them? If I'm honest, I'm very happy to move on. And if they're happy to move on as well, go our separate ways, that's all I kind of, I'm happy with that outcome. There's a lot of people who will rally to my side, there's a lot of people who have rallied to their side, and they're on two sides of a very intricate situation that is just private between myself and Amy, and that is that the sort of the gritty details. Not that there's anything that is like catastrophic. Just remain between us because that's just how privacy works. However, albeit there's a lot of animosity between either side. This is just kind of me putting a bookmark out there. I don't know whether they'll see this video in all honesty, but this is just for me to kind of go to the people. This is my stance. Don't get me wrong. I've probably said things to people that may watch this and think, well, he's gone off on a lot more tangents than this before. You're right. I have, and I've been very angry, and I've been very confused and frustrated. But ultimately, what does it matter anymore? It's gone. Like, it is the past. Like, technically speaking, it is the past. There, I can't go back. I can't change anything. All I can do is use this experience as a learning experience to move forwards. Because if I don't move forwards, I'm going to be stuck in this rut of a broken up relationship forever. And I feel like at the moment, I don't post anything. Not that I posted a lot anyway, but when I post things, it just feels weird. Okay? And the only way for me to move forwards is to kind of address it, because I haven't really addressed it. Not sort of publicly. I've had the off, like Instagram story when I'm feeling a bit shitty or I'm a bit down or something like this. Fine. Absolutely fine. Like those are just offhand things where I'm a bit in the mood and I put it up. But nothing to blast anyone, nothing to insult anyone. Whatever. Like they say, haters be haters or whatever. I appreciate people that have supported me. Of course, people are going to support them. There's no point really, like, getting up to arms with them because it is what it is. It is over. Okay? So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. I'm fine. I'm going about my day as normal. I come home and I find out about these things, which I'm fine. It's kind of intriguing to see what's going on, I guess. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything for me. It's done anyway. There's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, but thanks to everyone that's had my side. I just ask that you don't maybe say anything that you don't mean to, because it just creates unnecessary drama, and if I'm honest, I'm bored of it. I'm really bored of it. So yeah, if you're watching YouTube, good luck in the most objective way I can say it, because sure, long may you reign. For myself, just going to keep doing my thing. Thanks for watching. Content-wise, I don't know whether I'm going to go back to doing the Minecraft videos or not. Don't know if I'm up to it. Typical Shane saying he's going to do something and not getting ever around to doing it. But this has been sitting on my chest for a long time, and I've been wanting to say stuff, but it's so hard to know how to put it across. And I feel like the only way for me to say it in a way that's honest and sort of unscripted is for me to just talk at a camera. And that's what I'm doing. Okay? So, yeah. That's it. There's not much more to it than that.